What's happening, guys? It's the Stock Guru, the coolest stock trader on YouTube, and today I'm going to be breaking down my 50% profit day. Today I was day trading options, the options of Apple and Facebook, and I had some pretty great profits. And I wanted to break down these trades, go over the patterns I was seeing, my thought process while I was trading, and show you guys exactly what I did. All right, so without much more talking, let's get right into it. Okay, so I was watching, of course, SPY this morning, along with Apple, AMD, Baba, and Facebook. Ended up trading Apple and Facebook, but of course, I was watching a couple other stocks as well, and I was really watching SPY. So what I noticed, this is why I traded Apple this morning. I traded it basically right out of the gates. But what I noticed was, right out the gates, SPY was popping up. I noticed AMD started popping up right out of the gates, right the first minute or so, just rocketing up. Facebook, same thing, shot right up the first couple minutes. So I noticed on Apple, it really should be doing the same thing, right? It's basically following the SPY. It's the biggest company in the SPY, the S&P. And I noticed these first 2 minutes here, they really didn't do much. Okay, so I got in on this third candlestick here, right at the very beginning, actually before it even broke these highs. But what I had seen is the SPY, AMD, Facebook, they had all broke like their pre-market levels and blew right through them. And I saw that Apple still hadn't, and I figured it probably would. So I went ahead and jumped in right here. And I got in my contract for $1.35 per contract, and then I rode it all the way up to $1.77 per contract. So I think that's about a 40% gain there. So that was pretty gnarly. That was a pretty great way to start the day. And it was a pretty easy trade, pretty straightforward, right? I knew that there was some bullishness in the market. Apple still hadn't gone. I knew it had to, so I got in and wrote that thing right up. And it was really a perfectly timed trade. It was kind of, I don't really love taking positions right in the morning like that, but it worked out, okay? Because all the indicators were showing me it was good to go. So that was a go. Okay, the next trade was on Apple just a couple minutes later. I ended up trading this pullback, and I think I got out at 9:37 is when I got in. So I'm just looking over to my phone. I have the orders up. So I got in right here, right on this candlestick here. And this one, I probably could have made some more money. I got in at 94 cents and got out at 97 cents per contract. So I didn't really make much on this one. But the reason I got in is because it was a nice pullback. I liked the formation here. I could tell everything was still bullish at the time. All these other stocks, SPY, AMD, Facebook, they were going up. Now the reason I got out with before it really made the big push is I just saw on AMD it was kind of getting a little weak here on these candles. It started looking a little weak. Same with SPY. It started looking a little bit weak at that time, I think. Yep. It was looking pretty weak, so I thought, I don't know if Apple's really going to hold up. Let me just get out before I give up the profits that I just made. So 2 trades on Apple. I would show my trades, but it doesn't work with options. Like I can go ahead and put this on, and nothing would happen to show my trades. Yeah, I already have it on. See, nothing's even popping up. So it doesn't work with options. But moving forward here, going on to Facebook. This one was a really good trade, really. So I saw it ripping, and I didn't really think much of it. I was like, okay, I missed out on that. It really ripped up. And then by the time I was done trading Apple, right around this time, it started pulling back. Facebook started pulling back. And I thought to myself, okay, is it going to reverse here? Well, I thought, well, let me look back and see where it should move to, okay? Excuse me. So I went on to a wider time frame here, and I tried to identify a level. And what I identified is this resistance. I don't know why my moving so slow, my finger swam, but I identified this resistance right here, right? Where I drew this white line, right where it peaked out here. I identified this resistance. So I figured that Facebook would keep on pushing up since it had already blown through these levels. I figured that it would keep on pushing up until this 198 level. And ended up going past it, which I was already out of the trade, but I figured it could get to at least there at this point when it started pulling back, okay? So what I did is I got in right on, I believe it was, let me just look at my phone. I'll tell you which exact candlestick it was. I got in at 9:42, so I got in on this one right here, right before it started breaking up above the high of day. And I rode it all the way up, and I got out on this little pullback here. And this trade was a 15% profit trade. I got in at 91 cents per contract right here, and I got out at $1.06 per contract right here. Now, I probably should have gotten out when it was here. I was up even more, but I think it was only like 3% more, not too big a deal. I had a great trade on it, so I'm not upset about that. I could have held it and went longer, but I like to take my profits when I have them, and a day making over 50% profit, I'm not going to be upset with that. I'm not a greedy pig. All right, I'm going to take my profits and get out of there. So I hope that you guys found this video informative. I hope you found it helpful. I hope that you guys can kind of get an idea of what's going on in my head when I trade. So if you liked it, go ahead and check out my other videos. My whole trading account, or my whole YouTube account, is dedicated to stock trading. So I'm sure you guys will like it. And if you can, drop this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.